was crazy.
Well, I have to ask you that because we saw you guys watching it in the cool-down room, and you said you've
George
done
should
that
have
in
got a
Mario
penalty.
Kart.
It's clear.
You said you've seen that in Mario Kart, but not on the track before. What did you make of it when you guys
They
saw
heard that?
it? Yeah, we heard it.
Right. No comment.
You've raced alongside Max. You've tried to get past Max in the past. Do you think he feels people are finding ways to get past him now?
My race was very good today, and the team had a great one too. I was happy with my pace. Just too difficult to follow around a track like this. So, yeah.
I'll put another spin on it then. If kids are watching and they go karting and they try and move on that, they've seen that on a Formula One race. Is it an example that should be set?
That's not for me to say. You know the answer.
Okay. I think I do, but I can't say that. I'm not a racer. I'm not a Formula One driver. Can you? Hi, George.
Hello.
I need to ask you, obviously, about the Max incident. We've had our guys watch it, and they think it looks, from what they can see, is intentional. They're obviously not in the car seeing the onboards. The intentional from Max. What is your take on it?
I mean, I was as surprised as you guys probably were. I mean, I've seen those sort of manoeuvres before on simulator games and in go-karting, but never in Formula One. Ultimately, we came home in P4 and he came home in P10, so I don't really know what was going through his mind. It felt deliberate in the moment. So, yeah, it was a bit surprising.
Job of finding every bit we can. I think, Friday we thought quite a few teams were in the mix with us, and after Saturday I think we felt like we found some more. So that was very satisfying, and I think today we had really strong pace.
I have to ask you about what you saw in the cool-down room, because obviously we hear what's said in there, and you guys saw the incident with Max and George. What's your take on it?
I kind of need a bit more context around it. It obviously saw Max went off at turn 2, but I didn't really understand what went on at turn 5. Like, I didn't know if it was a misunderstanding or what, but I'll have a look later.
So you don't want to comment?
I don't really know what happened apart from they crashed into each other. So I'm not going to comment on something I don't know about.
Okay, that's fair enough. Thanks. That's good. First question has to be, was the move on George intentional when you turned in?
Does it matter?
I think so, to people watching.
Yeah? Okay. That's great. I mean, I prefer to speak about the race than just one single moment.
The moment itself got you a 10-second penalty, though, and that pushes you back down to 10th, so it affects your driver's title hopes this year.
If there are any. So I think we are way too slow anyway to fight for the title. I think that was clear again today. We tried to do a 3-stop, and I think it was quite good. It was quite racy, but we also needed it because we had actually quite a bit of degradation on the tires. So I think that was good. Unfortunately, then of course the safety car came out at the end, and we basically ran out of tires to use, and the hard tire was clearly not the right tire. I mean, when you only have 6 laps to go, everyone can go flat out, and I was severely grip limited on the hard.
Are you surprised it was only a 10-second penalty? Because there are options for a black flag and other penalties.
That's not really my place to say, to be honest. Right now, I'm not even going to give it any thought because we've got our own problems to deal with, which is trying to make our car go faster. We were sort of destined to finish P4 today, probably ahead of Charles and behind Max. Obviously, the safety car at the end to shuffle things up. But it's down to the stewards to decide if it was deliberate or not. But obviously, Max is such an amazing driver, and so many people look up to him. It's just a shame something like that continues to occur. It just seems totally unnecessary, and it never seems to benefit himself. So, yeah.
I think that's the point. He makes those incredible moves like he does in Imola, and then he gets frustrated, as we hear him being told on the radio, to give the place back to you. And we see something like that then takes away from that fantastic driving. He was told to give it back, and he was angry on the radio. I'm not saying it was intentional. I've never raced like that, so I have no idea. But to people watching, it takes the shine off what can be brilliant performances. So you're GPDA chairman. Can you guys talk? What can you do?
I mean, I'm too close to give my opinion on behalf of the drivers, but you see, it was like in Austin last year, some of the best moves ever, and then you go to Mexico and sort of lets himself down a bit, and then we go to Imola, one of the best moves that we've all seen in a long time, and then this happens. So, as I said, it cost him and his team a lot of points. And Charles and I actually dropped off like a stone on those last 2 laps. He probably could have came back to fight for the podium. So, as I said, I'm not going to lose sleep. We've got our own problems to deal with, and that's making our car go faster.
Just before that moment, it was like, would you rather be a sitting duck in third or a sitting duck in first had you stayed out for the safety car or not pitted when you did and just tried to cling on to those
cars?
Of
course, afterwards, we have to look at it again. Of course, new tires, or at least fresh tires, they do make quite a bit of a difference as well. So I think no one really expected maybe that the hard tire was so poor. But yeah, when it was only 6 laps, maybe it would have been better to stay out, yes. But that's, of course, a bit easier to say right now.
And just finally for me, leading up to the end of the race there, you were saying in the car that the ride is completely broken. You were unhappy about Lawson and Behrman's tussle in front of you, and then on the radio when GP came on and said, you need to give the place back, there was a lot of frustration going on in the car. Is that what resulted in the move at the end of the race? Is that where it came from? Because you pull off something like the move in Imola, and we all see what an incredible driver you are. And it's horrible to see that shine taken off.
Is it?
With a comment about that. I think so, for fans and for kids watching, I think so.
Yeah? Okay, well, that's your opinion.
Yeah?
Yeah, we leave it there.
Nice driving. Good job, mate. Well done. Kept your head. Came in with a P4. So we'll have green 1, position 12, strap 14, picking up rubber.
Yeah, I have no idea what happened there. He just let me pass him and just drove into the side of me.
Yeah, copy. So, Max has got a 10-second penalty now.
Smart. Sorry about the first stint. Just again, no pace in the first stint. Shit, first 2 laps my side.
Yeah, no worries. A good job managing tyres today. Did everything we asked of you.
Yeah, George, a tough one. Sorry for the call, but you